Good afternoon to you.
Good afternoon, Naomi, and it was great to hear my legend, my hero, Ray St. Germain, again performing today, and
Yeah.
great to see his granddaughter she's going to be performing, and as you said yourself, he's probably just smiling up there in heaven. And,
Oh, yeah.
in the music along beside Georgie Jones and a few others, I'm sure he's standing beside.
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe now
Elvis.
he'll go to Hank Snow and Desire and said, "Get out of my way." So now he has a chance to say, "No, I'm not getting out of anybody's way. I'm the legend myself."
Yeah.
I mean, so, anyways, let me start off by congratulating our host, Melissa Toussette, and from Holiday Treasures Market and Gift Shop, and out in Steinbach, and kudos to their business, and then clearly our test market worked out well. It shows you if you have a vision, you have a plan, and you embark upon that, you never know where it's going to take you. So from a temporary shop to now full time, it tells you that they're onto something, and it looks like they're doing very well.
Yeah.
And of course, you want to support a Métis business, and you don't have to even go there. I'm sure you could go into their website, call them, and they'll send you a package that you can give away as a gift. So I'm going to try to follow up like you, Naomi. I'm going to try to get my way down there to see the shop.
Yeah.
And again, show my support to our artisans out there. We have such a great degree of so many of them and business community that's out there. And I'm very proud. I think we got 876 businesses registered with the Métis government, which is now eligible for taking on some of the procurement opportunities that come from Canada, which can give them some great opportunity for wealth and development and expansion. So I'm very proud of that. We also have that 40 local artisans that are selected to assist them in developing a business plan, a solid business plan, because a lot of our, unfortunately, our artisans don't look at their development as a business. They look at it as just something they love to do, a passion they have, but really it's a business, and they can expand it and evolve it and develop it into taking care of their family and maybe giving a better plan for the future for themselves. So again, I'm very, very proud. I went to the store yesterday downstairs, bought my granddaughter and Gloria, I bought her hoodies, which we have the MMF and the Grey Cup together, because we're hosting it along with Daniels, Chief Daniels. So it's good to see him there, Jason. We had a chance to do a video yesterday. We'll be there live again tomorrow on the towing costs, and the Prime Minister, I believe, is going to be at the football game. So I'm sure we'll get to see him there. So again, there's a lot happening right now, and it's good to see so many, the pride we have in Winnipeg and Manitoba. You can't have a better place to have a great cup than friendly Manitoba. So I'm going to be proud to be supporting in any fashion I can. The MMF government is one of the sponsors. We're very proud of that, and I want to thank Kerry Smith and her team for working so hard in partnership with Wade, of course, the president of the Blue Bombers, and he's been an exceptional man to work with. I got great reviews from all of our, including my minister, Richard Janai, who was leading on the file and then going to all the events that are taking place. There's one actually happening today, still going on. I got to flip through all my birthdays and everything here. I got to flip by here. I got to flip through right here. I passed the Christmas parade. I got to go here now to an event right here on Spence Street. Street Festival continues from 10 a.m. to 8 p.m. today. Just look for us at the Log House at the end of Spence Street, and we have handing out swag and the LCC staff on hand. You can spin a wheel and win a prize, and some of the stuff they're giving away is unbelievable, beautiful stuff. And, of course, there's a guy dressed up as Louis Riel. His name's Gavin Forbes there, and get your picture taken with him. So go down on Spence Street if you have something, you want to do something today. And, of course, it's an ongoing 1 week of events that took place supporting the Grey Cup coming to Winnipeg. So, again, don't forget, Spence Street, 10 to 8, and you get a chance to take a picture with Louis Riel, the actor, on behalf of Louis Riel. But don't forget, I heard you talk about the parade.
Yeah.
You said, I'm done with it. I'm not going there no more. I'm going to tell your grandchildren on you eventually. But anyway,
I know.
aside from that, the Grey Cup, of course, the Christmas Festival, Santa Claus Parade is always important. It starts right from our building on Heritage and our Heritage Center, coming in, opening in 2026 or early 2027. And the parade starts from 5 to 6:30. It's going to be crazy for parking or driving in that part of the city. But again, you get a chance to participate, and there'll be a lot of probably candies being given away, and you get a chance to see Santa Claus and a bunch of beautiful, of course, you have the floats that come through, and we have our minister, of course, Anderson, Bucky. He's leading that on our behalf along with his staff, Megan. So I know that they're going to be doing their best to show a great pride of our Métis culture. And so they move down Portage Avenue, down Memorial Boulevard. The parade will then turn into Memorial and end when it reaches St. Mary's Avenue. So it's a long journey. You get a chance to see so many different floats coming, and you'll see the MMF float there. Is that co-hosted by, of course, our own Minister of Culture and Heritage, Bucky Alfred Anderson. So if you have a chance, give him a wave and shake his hand and blow some big kisses towards him. And he has such great pride on his parades, and he always pushes hard at. And I'm very proud of the work Bucky does on our behalf as minister. Now, November 16th is also a more memorable time for all of us.
Yeah.
Of course, that's when we all go to the grave site, and we've been doing that for decades upon decades. And what's really interesting to note is this is the 140th year of the murder and execution of our great leader. It happened, of course, and which is now Saskatchewan. Saskatchewan was not yet a province. The place was called Regina, but it wasn't Regina, Saskatchewan. As you know, the capital city of Saskatchewan today, it was just called Regina, and because the province yet was not created. But Riel was put on trial and clearly set up to be found guilty. It was concocted by the Minister of Justice at the time, and of course the Prime Minister, John A. Macdonald, who strategized to ensure that Riel would be charged for treason and that the West would be shut up and the West would be closed down and there'd be no voice from the West. And everybody knew the voice in the West at the time was the Métis, the strongest nation that existed at the time. And we'll get a good example for people just to imagine how it would have looked and how it did look. In 1870, there was 12,000 people living in, which is now Manitoba. And you look at it, 10,000 of them were Métis. So we were the dominant force at the time, and clearly we were military hunters in the context of buffalo hunting, so we were good with our military fighting strategies, and Canada was quite afraid of us. And so, but again, they got British troops to come in. They made a deal with Queen Victoria in her time, but she did something which I always respect, and she made it very clear to John Macdonald. He was trying to buy for 300,000 pounds by the West, really, and she said, no, I understand there's an uprising happening with the half-breeds, and that needs to be settled before I will transfer any land to you or actually give you an army. So he of course, at that time, there was no phones. You don't just pick up the phone and talk to Queen Victoria. You had to go by ship, your mail, and there was no planes, so you had to ship in the letter across the ocean. And by the time they sent that, he said he was settling and treating with the half-breeds. And that was the statement he made, we're treating with the half-breeds. But he was lying because once he got his military shipped in from Britain, he shipped it over to the West to attack us, not to make a peace nor sign a treaty. But one of the great things Riel also did, and we hear of it today, Treaty 1 to Treaty 11. Treaty 1 started in 1871, but in 1870, Riel put that as one of the demands of the West, that the treaties be established with the First Nations. At that time, they used the word Indian, that the tribes and Indians be established treaties amongst them with Canada. So that was one of the demands Riel put in his ask in order for us to join, of course, to become part of Canada. So it's a big ceremony, this particular event. We have a special guest coming, which I can't mention, but for purposes, which I'll talk about later, not on this show, I'll talk about next Saturday. But we do have a special guest. It'll be the first time in history. The first time in history it's going to happen that this particular leadership will be there. And it's something we're very proud of, and very proud of the person that will be representing and to be there. And of course, as I said, I'd love to give the identity, but I can't for all kind of reasons, and I'll explain that next Saturday. But of course, there'll be other dignitaries, quite a bit of them there, and it's a proud day for us, and something I think we should all be. I am very proud, and I was talking to Don Roulette, for example, this morning, and telling him about how proud I am to see this history in the making taking place. The Premier, of course, will be there. I understand the Mayor will not be there. He's sending Councillor Allard to be there. But there's going to be, of course, a bunch of other dignitaries that will be events. And, of course, our own leadership will be there. We have our Vice Presidents will be showing up. Our Ministers will be showing up. And, of course, all those that come to show great respect to the father of Manitoba, the great Louis Riel. So I'm looking forward to that. And following that, I go to the Grey Cup. I'll be there the Towing Costs. I'll be there side by side with Jason Daniels from Swan Lake. He'll be representing Treaty 1, and we'll be there together at the coin toss. Coin toss. I'm getting tongue-tied here. Coin toss. And we've been told we can't grab the coin when it goes up in the air, so Jason and I can't keep our hands in our pockets, I guess. We can't jump up and try and take the coin away. But again, if you can make it to the gravesite, it starts at 10:30. Archbishop Murray Chatelain will be there, and will be, of course, the wreath laying will take place. But if you can't make it, it will be live stream. You could watch it live on internet. You go to YouTube channel, I guess it's on there. It'll be on live. They didn't give me the. Is there, what do you call those things you got to do? MMF.md or whatever. To see it, I don't know what it says. It just says on my thing. It says it'll be live. And you can watch it on MMF's YouTube channel. So how you get there, I don't know.
YouTube.com/@Manitoba.
Say it again.
YouTube.com/@Manitoba Métis MMF at 10:30 a.m.
Whatever that is, I don't even know what a backslash is. So, anyways, hopefully people go into the MMF website and they'll hopefully guide you there. But whatever, what's that back thing you're calling it again?
A backslash. So instead of a slash, like in a...
Oh, that angle one?
Yeah, it's a backwards one.
Okay. Oh, you guys are into the IT stuff. Our old-timers like us, we still believe in smoke signals and mouth shooting out down into house to house to house as mugs and telegraph. Still works for us.
I'm positive if you just do a search, YouTube, Manitoba Métis Federation, I'm sure it'll come up.
Okay, so you get to see it live as you're at home. You can watch it live. It's about an hour. An event will take about an hour. But following that, I'm off to Ottawa. I'm actually going to be another historic time of our history is coming into reality. And, of course, that was the statement Riel made before they murdered him in our country. He said, one day this country will recognize me for the good I've done. And I'm not 100% wording is there. I'm just reading it off the top of my mind. But that's the message he gave, that one of these days the country will recognize the good he has done. And clearly that's what's going to be happening next week in Ottawa. Actually, the Honourable House Speaker, Francis Scarpalagia, will be there hosting the event, and we'll have, in fact, all parties will be there. The Honourable Terry Duguid will be there. He's representing the Liberals. Mr. Grant Jackson will be representing the Conservatives. He'll also be there. He's from Parliament from Brandon Souris. And then Sébastien Lemaire, he's the deputy for Tibi. He's the Bloc Québécois. He's a strong supporter of the Red River Métis in the West, and he'll be there. They're hosting the event, and we'll be talking about the recognition and respect of the commemoration of Riel's 140-year execution and passing of murder that took place to kill our leader. But they're going to be honoring him because he's the father of Manitoba. He's also part of the father of Confederation. And we'll be talking about the statue will be put in Parliament and to establish that message of respect that's long overdue. And if you look from 1870 to now 2025, that's 155 years that Louis will finally be respected if it's all passed. It seems like all parties are on board, and that we could see a future of Riel's statue in Parliament as one of the fathers of the Confederation.
Wow,
so,
awesome.
That's a powerful thing, and we're still working on. And I've one issue I've never forgotten, and that's why we have a good relationship with the Bloc Québécois. I know people sometimes say, "Well, don't support the Bloc because they're sovereigntists and they want to break away from Canada." Well, they're trying to protect their language and their culture. What we respect greatly is the respect they had for our great leader. Remember, so just for a history, quick snapshot. When they were going to find, which they intended to make sure Riel was found guilty or insane, and that's why he never went to trial in Canada. He went to trial in the Northwest Territories, which was old British law, and they found some law that was established in the 1300s that if you're found guilty by treason, it'd be by execution, not jail. And so if he went to trial in Canada, he'd be in Stony Mountain Prison, and the country did not want to see a living martyr to Riel to be alive, and that the rise of the Métis would come up again, and a war would start again. So they made sure they wanted to find him insane or guilty so they can kill him. And that's why they took him to, which was the Northwest Territory, under old British law, and they made sure he was found guilty or insane, and then they could execute and kill him. So the father of helping Canada become what it is, and also at the same time the father of Manitoba was murdered. He won his election 3 times as an MP. Remember this, he won 3 elections as a member of Parliament, a sitting system of our country, where he's entitled to take a seat in Parliament, but however, he was never allowed. In fact, they put a bounty on his head, dead or alive, for $5,000. And that was how they wanted to stop him from speaking and bring the voice of the West and into Canada. Because remember, Canada was only Ontario East. It was not Manitoba West. That was not part of Canada. And so at that time, they wanted to ensure that the voice of the Métis, the voice of the West, was silenced, and he was never truly honored and respected for what he's done. And even though he won 3 times member of Parliament, Johnny MacDonald made sure there was going to be a prevention from him ever entering Parliament. But the thing that just fascinates me about this man, about Riel, who I have so much great respect, just remember there was no planes at that time. You had to travel by horse, by canoe, by boat, to try to find your way to Ottawa. There was a train connection on parts of Ontario to Ottawa. So Riel left here on horseback and made his way all the way to Ottawa. Even though there was a bounty on his head, dead or alive, for $5,000, he got in there and got to Parliament. Of course, at that time, they were allowed to wear hoodies, like a hoodie style. It was actually a cloak, and they put a hood over their head. And he walked into Parliament, signed his name, even though if they would have saw him, they could have shot him dead right there, or captured him. He signed his name as a member of Parliament and came back all the way. And that probably took over a month, probably 2 months to travel that distance one way and one way back. And he wanted to send a message that I am not afraid of you. And so he went all the way there to show his bravery and his resistance to the voice of the West being silenced and the Métis being silenced. So I'm very proud to see Sebastian now from the Bloc Québécois, Grant Jackson from the Brandon Souris Conservatives, and the Honourable Terry Duguid, along with, of course, the Senate Speaker of the Chair, the great self. I met him several times, the Honourable Francis Pelagia, hosting this event, and I'll be there pushing very, very hard to see that statue one day truly recognize the great work of the great man, Louis Riel. Following that, I'm going to a standing committee on Indigenous and Northern Affairs. I'm speaking there on Indigenous policing and public safety. I'll be there on Wednesday, November 19th. I'm also presenting to senators on Bill S-212, an act respecting a national strategy for children and youth in Canada. I'll speak to the senators on November 19th. Then I'm also attending a reception for the G7 Interior Ministers meeting on Friday, November 21st. And I want to thank, again, all of my team that will be with me, helping me prepare my positions and my statements on behalf of our people. It's a lot of work. I'll be really packed, jam-packed, and so I will be gone for a week. I'm leaving after the Grey Cup. I'll be in the city, and then I'm leaving Monday morning for Ottawa. I'll be gone till, I think, next Sunday. So with that being said, again, everybody have a great time today at the Sunday on the Grey Cup. Have a great time with Grey Cup activities that are taking place, and be proud. You'll see the MMF emblems and our flag. You'll see our message loud and clear, and as I said, Mr. Janai will represent us very well there. But before I say goodbye, I want to say happy birthdays now. There's quite a bit of them. Happy 27th birthday is going to Darian Janai, my great-nephew. He put it in there himself. He calls himself my great-nephew. We're celebrating his birthday Saturday, November 15th. I think my other nephews don't agree with him. That he's not the great-nephew, and there's other nephews which we believe are greater than him. Happy 68th birthday is going to Debbie Forgy, IWS Southwest board member. St. Stash, who's celebrating her birthday Monday, November 17th. Happy 30th birthday is going to Kevin Janai Jr., my great-nephew, he's not a great-nephew, he's a nephew. No, he is a great-nephew, he's right. I apologize, he is, because Kevin is my nephew. I keep on forgetting he's my nephew, and his son is my great-nephew. Happy 21st birthday is going to Dominic Janai. That's Kevin's son again, celebrating his birthday on November 18th. Like, he had a lot of babies that month. Must be. I go back 9 months, you'll see why he was so active that particular time. I don't know. But anyway, they seem to be all born on these particular days or month. 49 birthdays coming up for the great Carrie Smith. She's a senior director in Métis Employment Training, who's celebrating her birthday on Tuesday, November 18th. And she's the one right now in charge of working in partnership with Wade, the president of the Blue Bombers, and his team. And so she's the one, she's the lead on that, and she's been doing a great job. And so is the MMF overall departments are been quite active. Wendy's been pushing that very hard on behalf of our government to show our great pride of Métis, and also to welcome all those people coming in from everywhere in Canada for the great Cup that will be it's 112th Grey Cup session that will be taking place. And there's, of course, I heard people talking, they're not cheering for Saskatchewan. They're going to cheer for Montreal. And so they don't like Saskatchewan Roughriders. But there's some in my office that do actually like Saskatchewan Roughriders. And but it'll be interesting who's going to win. They see Saskatchewan's the favorite. But again, cross your fingers. We'll see what happens and who takes place. I have nobody to cheer for, really, because the Blue Bombers are not there. So I'll probably, I don't know, maybe I'll cheer for the Montreal Alouettes because respecting Montreal, going back to Riel, they protested back in 1885 on the execution of murder Riel. 50,000 Quebecers got together and protested against John MacDonald, saying that he should not be killed. He should never have been murdered. 5,000 first protested before they did execute him. And this is a great line of Johnny MacDonald, which made him lose the election next round from Quebec. Quebec helped make sure he wouldn't win. He said, "Do every dog bark in Quebec, Louis Riel shall hang." So, and he made sure that Riel did hang. So Quebec never forgot that, and so we've not forgotten our relationship with Quebec. So again, so that's why I don't make me probably cheer for Montreal against Saskatchewan. So happy birthday, going on 49th birthday, Jolene Mayer, that's Julie Mayer's daughter. Happy birthday, November 18th. And happy second birthday going to Artley Gates, Minister Julie Mayer's great-granddaughter, who's celebrating her birthday November 21st. And also I want to say congratulations, the happy 53rd anniversary of Dave and Marge Lavallée. Very nice people.
Yes.
I love meeting them, love seeing them. Stonewall, Manitoba, that's where they live now. Celebrating their anniversary on Tuesday, November 18th. They're 53rd. I better make sure I send them a gift. I hope many of them are listening. I know Kat's listening, so make sure I get Dave and Marge a gift. And Santa Claus Parade, that's gone, Santa Claus. I'm flipping through my report here. I have some, of course, ask you the next gospel tune be sent out to Jack Park, our minister, and who's been one of the lead ministers around my table for many, many years from the Interlake region. He lives in Selkirk, and he lost his sister the other day. And his sister, Marianne McLean, who's now ventured on to her new home, her new journey. And so for Jack Park, on behalf of me personally, as David Chartrand, your friend, I want to again give my condolences from Gloria and myself and the family. Our condolences go to you, Jack, and the great loss of your sister. And of course, from your cabinet and from your nation, we send our prayers and condolences to you again for the loss of your sister. So, and I know her journey is swift. She'll probably be in her new home already. So, with that being said, I'll say goodbye, and I'll see everybody at the Great Side of Riel. If you're coming, come. If not, watch it on TV. Not TV, YouTube. And you can maybe repeat that later on again. Remind everybody how they can watch it, Naomi.
I will.
And it'll be good for people to hear. And I said we have a very historic guest coming in, something that has never happened. And I can't wait to be there, to shake the hand and thank the person for showing such great honor to a great man called Louis Riel, and the father of Manitoba, not just for the Métis, the father of Manitoba for all Manitobans, and really the leader that brought in Western Canada into Confederation. So, again, with that being said, I'll talk to you guys next Saturday. Keep up the good work. And Cowboy, I would have voted for you if I was on that delegation of votes. Who was the best host on radio? So I would have voted for you, Cowboy. Okay.
Well, thank you.
We'll talk to you guys next Saturday. Take care, everybody. And again, Melissa, keep up the good work. If I have a chance before Christmas, I'll try to come down to Steinbach, come down and visit Melissa Toussette and all the Treasures Market in Steinbach. And I want to say big kudos, big hugs to my mother-in-law, house in Cranberry. I heard Ken speak phone in already. That's, of course, his sister, Janice Yakachuk. And Gloria went to visit his mom, her mom, and she was showing me pictures of Swedish meatballs her mom prepared for her and white bean soup. So I got a little bit jealous of that. So with that being said, I'll talk to you guys next Saturday and keep up the good work. And to all of my citizens, thank you for letting me be your leader. And I'll continue to work as hard as I can to advance our nation and find ourselves where we truly belong in Confederation. This country has a lot of correcting to do, and clearly let's make sure we do it right. And I'll see Jason at the Grey Cup, and we'll flip the coin. We're not flipping the coin. We're watching the coin being flipped. We'll be signing that circle. So, and Jason and I know not to try to jump up and grab the coin. We'll let it fall to the ground.
I'm going to be watching. Okay.
Okay. We'll see. Are you going to the game?
No.
Why?
Because I'm flying to Thompson tomorrow.
But you know who will be at the game?
Tell your boss you can't make it.
I know, right?
I'll phone the Grand Chief. Say, what's wrong with you? Let this lady go to a Grey Cup game.
Yeah. But you know who will be at the game tomorrow? The Prime Minister.
Yeah, that's what he said. Yep.
He'll be standing in that circle with us. And
Awesome.
looking forward to that and seeing this great man himself, the Prime Minister of our country. And again, I'm sad about Churchill not making it at this point in time. Just like we don't give up.
Mm-hmm.
Churchill did not make the cut. I think it should. I think it still should be. I know the Premier supports it strongly. I support it strongly. I understand the Arctic Gateway is not ready. There's a lot of work to be done to showcase the value and cost of what this port can do, or what the Arctic Gateway contribution and partnership will look like. But it's beyond that. Now they're talking maybe not going into Churchill, going past Churchill to another. I can't even say the word. My accent doesn't let me say it. It's the mouth of the next river, next opening. It's called Button Place, I believe, or Button. Just past Churchill. Just an opening that exists there for like a port, another port to be established there instead of Churchill. So, but that's still in the Churchill area. But it'll actually bring a road to the north. It'll also bring a road to Nunavut. But let's understand this, ladies and gentlemen. We need to support this as big as we can. I know the Arctic Gateway is not ready for it right now, but we need to get ourselves organized here. We're talking billions and billions and billions of dollars bought into Manitoba. And at the same time, the national defense will be coming right after that with billions and billions and billions more. But if we lose this opportunity, my friends, we'll probably never see it again. I think we need to get together as fast as we can, organize, support our Premier, to push hard to get the Churchill or the North to be included in one of the national projects to be selected. Right now, we're set aside. That's not a good thing for us in Manitoba. It's sad for all of us. This is just not for the North. This is for all of us in Manitoba, all Métis, First Nation, non-Indigenous. Opportunity that will exist to make us a have province that is a have-not province. It'll be a massive economic opportunity for us, and we sure as hell can't miss this chance. So we'll talk to you guys next Saturday.
Okay, take care.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.